Well, the Department of Basic Education has urged teachers to be present at school as it prepares to begin its vaccine rollout tomorrow. This follows the announcement by the Basic Education Minister that her department plans to vaccinate over 500,000 teachers and school personnel. Let's discuss this further. We're now joined by the Deputy CEO of the Federation of Governing Bodies of South African Schools, Dr. Jaco Deacon. Dr. Jaco, thank you for joining us here on SABC News. A warm welcome to you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Flo.
Do you have faith in the vaccination drive? I mean, there's obviously some concerns that have been raised by certain quarters, and I wonder, from your side, what are the sort of biggest concerns that you're worried about starting from tomorrow?
Oh, let's start with the good news. I think to get all those vaccinations for the sector is fantastic. So our biggest challenge, I don't think it will be to motivate educators to get the vaccination.
Yeah.
It will be a massive logistical effort to vaccinate all the people working in the education sector within the 14 days before the end of the term. So to get our educators and other staff members to those sites will be crucial. And obviously we'll understand if there are some educators who are maybe reluctant to get the vaccinations, but from our side, we'd really like to encourage and ask our teachers and staff working in the sector to consider the best interest of the children and to get vaccinated.
Yeah, when you talk about those challenges that you think might pop up while we go through this vaccination process, are there any, solutions that you might be able to, contribute or give to the department? As obviously this is going to be some sort of a team effort. I mean, when we're talking about hesitancy, for example, it will take a lot from not only the Department of Basic Education, the Health Department, but possibly yourselves too, to encourage those teachers who might be a bit hesitant in terms of, taking the vaccine. What are you contributing to those solutions, to the challenges that you speak of?
Yes, Flo, absolutely correct. It is a huge team effort. So from the unions, from the department, then from the school communities, I think we all should work together. At the end of the day, we are sending a message to the people working in the education sector from all the South Africans to say you are so important that there's a priority on your lives because you work with our children, you work with our future. Yeah. So make use of that opportunity. We don't want to close the schools. And if we need to close the schools in those high-risk areas, let's do it for a shorter space of time, not because we don't have teachers and don't have staff members. So they are so important, and the bottom line is we want to keep the system open, and that's one way to remove one of the hurdles in a sector is to create a safe workplace. And this is a massive effort to create a safe workplace for everybody working in the sector. So I think that should be the message. Let's drop everything and let's get vaccinated because we're dealing with the future of our country.
Apparently there was some research that was done that the Basic Education Department was speaking of, and there was an announcement during the briefing last week that 76% of teachers and support staff were in fact willing to take the vaccine. I mean, from your side, how many teachers have expressed this willingness indeed to take a vaccine? And in fact, let me not ask it as a number, but in terms of maybe giving us some feedback as to what the attitude is around, the general attitude is really around the vaccination process. No doubt there will be some nerves as one would anticipate, but maybe you can just paint a picture for us of the general attitude, if I can put it that way.
Well, the news that we've heard from our provinces and our members is that there's some sort of excitement. Okay. So well, it's our turn, it's our opportunity to go. Yeah. And I think that's positive. And also questions from the ECD sector. What about the teachers working at the primary schools or the preschools? Yeah. Can we be included as well? So we get those kind of calls. So there's definitely interest from other people also working in that space. So I think the bottom line is there's an opportunity now and use it. And the communication from the province has been good so far from the national minister. And I think the key would be to get the message to the individual educators. I'm not really that concerned about the message because it's a well-organized sector. It's highly unionized. And I know the unions are pulling out all the stops just to get information to their members. Yeah. And we encourage that as well.
All right. Jaco, thanks so much for giving us your time here on SABC News, sir.